What up, Smalls?
What's going on, Mr. Palmer?
Welcome to Let's Talk Under the Tree. We have Mr. John Willis, NYC himself, the Big Apple, in the studio with us today. Show him some love, Mr. Smalls.
Man, we talking under the tree.
How you doing, guys?
We're doing pretty good. Welcome, sir.
All right.
One of the best guitarists in the world, world renowned and renowned, however you pronounce it. I'm not a guitarist. Mr. Smalls, I seen you playing the guitar with a broomstick. Is that true? I had an email.
You might have seen me playing a ukulele or something, man.
Well, I think you look more like a fiddle player. But it's all good. We're going to have a good time and show this brother some love straight out of New York City. And we're going to show him how we do it under the tree, all the way down in Jacksonville, Florida, and all over the world where our fans are located at. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a hand to Mr. John Willis, the Groovalicious project that's in the house with us today. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Right. And, you email me some of your music and you've been influenced by, some of the great artists back in the days. And we love that. And we like to give homage to James Brown. This is a little inside joke. You think you could play with James Brown? Because we heard he was pretty rough back then.
Oh, I absolutely could. Are you kidding? I learned how to groove from James Brown. You know that album, Live from the Apollo?
Yes.
2 album set? I wrote grooves out of that album.
I watched a documentary on James Brown, and I think when he finds you, a band, do a little find, he puts that thumb down and, he does this right here with that thumb. $5, $10, $15.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What instruments you play? Is it the electric guitar?
I play the electric and the acoustic. I'm playing both. I also play a little bass.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, a lot of the tracks on my CD, I did the bass on.
Wow. I've heard that the acoustic guitar is pretty hard because the strings are thick. I'm not sure if that's true. I'm not a musician.
It's a little harder to play, yeah.
Wow. I've never tried it, but I'm kind of scared to get calluses on, my pretty fingers. Mr. Smalls, I'm sure, I don't know about you.
Man, I might get blisters on my thumb, man, for trying to pluck so hard, man,
Yeah.
It comes with the territory.
In your bio, I've seen you started playing the trumpet back in the days when you were a kid, and that instrument looks pretty challenging as far as, you have to blow so much air in there. You must have a set of lungs on you.
Actually, I did that as a kid. I stopped playing trumpet in college.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I just found the guitar so much more expressive. And so I gravitated toward that. But for a while, I was playing trumpet and guitar on a lot of gigs. So.
Wow.
Yeah. I learned the trumpet from my father. He was a big Dizzy Gillespie and Miles Davis fan.
Right.
As a little kid, he gave me a mouthpiece. He said, get some sound out of this. And as I was able to get sound, then I got a trumpet. And it was pretty good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you a question. How did you like James Brown movie? How did you like the movie?
I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good piece of work.
Right.
Yeah.
And we have to pay some homage to Chad Boseman because he played the character.
Absolutely, yes. He did a good job.
Yeah,
at the time, I didn't know exactly who he was at that moment, but after looking at his whole body of work, I was like, oh my goodness, I've been watching this guy for years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely a public figure.
Right.
Yes.
Do you write your own music? Because some artists, they just play the music, some don't write it. Are you involved with both?
Oh yeah, I write my own music. For the next CD, I'll probably do a couple of covers, but everything on the CD here has been all original.
Wow.
Some of it old, some of it new.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Collaborations. One of the tracks is actually written by my son, Kyle. He plays bass and guitar also.
Wow, that's pretty talented. You do all three of them.
Nice.
You have some music you want to play, you can go ahead and start and do what you do, and whatever you want to play, your tune, your beat. We all here. You under the tree. You're right at home.
Okay, great. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to put on something a little up tempo.
Okay.
I want something with the one on it.
All right, man.
I heard that.
Yeah. Tune called 2 a.m.
All right.
Which I always say that's the best part of the gig, man. 2 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's all warmed up and ready to go.
Whoa.
Love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
That was fine.
I love it.
Hey, Smalls, what you gonna do after you heard that right there, man?
Hey, man, hey, that's like, you just came home from a hard day's work, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just riding in your car, man, and you're vibing, you know what I'm saying? And you just like, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's that 5 o'clock, man, getting home from work, you know what I mean? That's that groove, man. I love it, man. I love it, man.
That's that fire. It was so good. I might come over there and fight you, man. Flip your table up, knock your mic off the stand, all that.
Hey, man, that's beautiful, man. That right there, I'm telling you, man. You're getting home from work 5 o'clock in the daytime. You ain't even worried about traffic because you listening to that. You ain't even worried about the traffic, man.
Right.
But, it's funny you say that because the whole CD, the way it's set up, is for you to really sit and listen to it from beginning to end. It starts off with a little smooth jazz vibe. You got a little funky thing like that on there. There's what I call my love ballad in there, where I play a guitar solo tribute to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
There's some blues in there, and there's definitely a track in there for you to sit back and have a little cognac by the fireplace.
I know that's right.
And there's some jazz fusion in there also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a really nice CD. Something like you said, pop it inside the car, listen to it on the drive home, or do like we used to do back in the old days. When you buy the album, put the needle on a record and just let it play.
Right. Mr. Prude in Jacksonville, Florida said, "What's up?"
How you doing, sir?
All right. My uncle and Mr. Palmer in Columbia, South Carolina says 2 a.m. and he's not ready to leave.
Oh, Columbia, I got family down there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Columbia, South Carolina.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have another question. Can you read and write music, or you just do it by ear?
Both. Yes. Do it by ear, and I can read and write.
Wow.
Wow.
How about you, Smalls? What you reading and writing on some notes?
Man, I can do it by ear, but I can't read it. I can play you a good little tune, or I can hear a tune. Oh man, that sounds good, but to actually read it, man, I'd be lost, man. That showcases a lot of talent, man. When you know how to not only listen to what you're making, but you can read it also, man. That's talented right there, man.
Let me ask you a question. We never asked this to an artist. Say you was playing with Prince, in the band, and Prince doing his thing. So okay, you come on stage as a guitar artist, and he just give you some notes. You can just hit it from there, huh?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Man.
And I know that catalog extensively.
Oh, okay.
The Prince. That's one of those things. If he called up and say, "Look, I need you to fill in tonight," I'd be right on it.
Yeah. I think if they gave me and Mr. Small some notes, we'd just start singing. I don't think we, read nothing.
Yeah. They give me some notes, I'd be like, what is this? How you do this again?
Right. Where can we find your music at? Is it on Amazon or?
Yeah, it's on all the platforms. It's on Amazon Prime, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. It's wherever you can get the digital music. It's available there.
Oh wow!
Also visit the website www.thegroovaliciousproject.com, or if you want to hear samples from the CD, thegroovalicious.hearnow.com.
We like that name, Groovalicious. What you think about that, Small? It sound like
man, I was about to ask him, how did he get that name, man? That's a smooth name right there, man. How did you get that name?
It's from playing the Tasty Grooves.
Okay.
Tasty Grooves. I always say that if you play the groove right, you don't need a band. You can just get down.
Uh-oh. Oh,
talking about.
Just prove it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you know what I heard in Mr. John, you know what I heard in those notes? Straight speed ticket.
straight speed ticket, huh?
Speed ticket. You say that, you're gonna get a ticket.
Yeah, you can mash the gas, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. You have another tune that you introduced me as well. So I think your fans on here, who's not familiar with you, would like to hear that also. Take your time, do what you want to do.
Okay. I'm gonna play this one. This was let me give a little background on this one first.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd asked my wife to write me a letter about how we first met, our first date. And she wrote me the letter, and the guitar solo was the answer to the letter. So it's a very personal, deep statement for me. It's called the Butterfly Effect. So if you listen to the CD, you get to hear the spoken word up front. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that for you.
Okay, do what you do, brother. Oh,
Man. Hey,
go
I
ahead,
just want
Smokey.
to let you know that right there. Hey, you got a thumbs up in my book, man. When you cut the music off, I thought it was gonna go a little bit longer. You cut me off. I was like, oh Lord, have mercy.
Thank you.
Look like you got a little mad there, Small.
Hey man, the butterfly effect, man, definitely had an effect on me, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Man, lovely. That's beautiful, man.
I heard a little Jimi Hendrix in there.
This influence. Definitely listened to some Hendrix growing up. Yeah.
Right.
Man.
You were playing so good, my co-host. He always, had this sound bite. I mean, it was nothing else for him to say, but ask you this question right here. He was so excited. Here we go.
Who is you?
I like that.
What more can I say?
Oh, man. I love it, man.
Yeah. But I like that. You do a little gospel every now and then. Do you touch on it, or I know you know?
I have. As a matter of fact, I played on a gospel album called Zechariah Number 9. By artist named Zechariah, obviously, and that's a really great gospel music. It's everything from style like Larry Graham and Graham Central Station to traditional to almost like P-Funk. But all of the lyrics are spiritual.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's nice, man.
Yeah.
That's real. Now you got it, man. Larry is Larry Graham? Yeah, he's a bass player. That's right.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. He's a bass player. My favorite instrument is the acoustic. The reason why I like it because it's an all natural sound. To me, it is.
Okay. I think I used the acoustic only once on a CD.
Right.
The very first track, which I think I might have sent you, Sundance.
Right. Correct.
That's the only one I use electric acoustic on.
Yeah, when I heard that Sundance, I said, "Man, that's fire right there." that was fire. Ice water won't cool it down. I mean,
that's great.
Yeah, it is what it is. You have another comment on here. You are versatile enough to play something like "I'm a Cowboy" by Van
Halen.
Okay.
Wow, that's different.
That is. Yeah, it is.
Right. I mean, you play a little bit of everything. I see in your bio: Latin, gospel, rock, a little bit of funk. I mean, I'm gonna throw a little challenge at you. I'm gonna see what you're working with about 30 seconds. I believe it, but
okay,
a little 30-second clip or something Latin, just off the top of your head. I'm gonna drop the mic after that.
Okay.
You could be on some Steve Harvey, huh?
Steve Harvey threw my computer on the floor. Podcast over.
Whoop.
It's okay. Yeah, you got it, man. Hey, it ain't nothing I can say.
It is.
Well, you gotta have an approach for everything.
How long did it take you to master all those instruments? I mean, you say you started with the trumpet.
Oh, well, let's not throw the master label around too lightly there. But I played this trumpet for, let's say, from like age 6 up till about 21, and actually was classically trained on that. So that's where I did all my reading and writing. I picked up the guitar at 13 and had never had a guitar instructor, never had a guitar lesson in my life. But I used the musical knowledge I had from the trumpet to apply it to the guitar. And that, along with the influences like Curtis Mayfield, Freddie Stone from Sly and the Family Stone, Tony Maiden from Rufus and Chaka Khan, you know, those kind of influences, Jimi Hendrix, learned to do a lot with a little in terms of the guitar. So
right.
Mm-hmm.
But you got it down packed, bro. I can't take it from you.
Persistence, man. Persistence, man.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me. He was persistent on learning how to guitar, you know, how to play the guitar, man, and that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Even on your level, do you find yourself still practicing, or you consider yourself you have it down pat?
Oh, I wouldn't say I have it down pat. I want to give a lot of respect to the musicians that do it full time, who out there really making a career of it. I consider myself a weekend warrior compared to them. And I feel very blessed that they embrace me in the musical community and call me to work alongside with them. And they don't treat me as any less. They like, you here because you do what you do. We know you don't do this full time. We know this is your passion and your love. So I'm very appreciative for that. And I got to play alongside a lot of very famous people. So I really.
You have another question. Do you think digital music hurt the industry or helped it?
It's done a little of both. Digital music allowed people to do parts of production that they normally couldn't do. They can use it as tools, but some people use it as a crutch instead of learning how to write, arrange, learn harmonies and things like that. It became too easy to make music.
Wow.
Yeah, I've had guys come up to me and say, "Oh, listen to what I did," and I'm like, "Okay, harmonically, this is all wrong. But if this is what you heard, this is music. I'm never going to judge or question it. But you can hear it's not taken from a musician's perspective." So.
Wow. There's a lot of things, I call it synthesized music now. I don't, computerized, but you have an all natural style. What you see is what you get.
Thank you. I call it organic. This is what I do.
That's what it is. My favorite tune that I like to hear that you play is you said the one with the acoustic.
Oh, Sundance?
Yeah, that's a bad tune. I know I'm gonna get a speeding ticket.
But, the funny thing is that was the most recent thing that I wrote. I had a brief battle with lung cancer.
Oh,
and that was the first. Oh, I'm a survivor.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah, man. Survivor. Oh yeah.
But that was the first piece of music I wrote when I started feeling better. So when Sundance was my emerging out of the darkness, feeling well again. So
that's a blessing, man. The title speaks for itself, man. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
Right.
Wow.
You want to play a little clip of that, or you want me to do it?
Oh, let them hear the CD.
Okay, here we go. I like that.
That's cool, yeah.
Thank you.
What you drinking, Smalls, with that? What you got brown in the cup?
Some water.
Doggone lie.
Man,
That's that fire.
man, that's beautiful.
Right.
That's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
That's that.
I envisioned a video, man. Like you had a nice little dinner party somewhere, man. Everybody just chilling, man, and you know what I mean. Oh man, like like that, man. I like it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that song right there get the mood right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Go ahead and get you a glass of wine. You know what I
Right.
mean? Get you a glass of wine or whatever you drink, and just sit back and groove to the tune. Now I know how you got that Groovalicious name. Now, man, you right about that. You grooving. You right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Groovalicious. Has the COVID affected any, gigs you were doing, or I know you?
Oh, yes, absolutely. This was actually the summer I planned to really get out there and push and do some touring, but the venues closed down. There's no place to play, and sad part is that a lot of, especially here in New York, like you can't fathom that New York City would be in jeopardy of losing all of its key venues and music institutions, but they're not surviving. A lot of them are closing down and won't be there when we return. Once we get to the other side of COVID, musicians still won't have any place to go play because the clubs didn't survive. I anticipate maybe 20% of our venues will still be around.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the reality of it. Musicians have no place to work. We're forced to reinvent our media. Platforms like this, actually having to rent out a soundstage and put on a concert, a social distancing concert with no crowd, and then putting it on the internet is going to be our, that's our new venue coming forward. So,
Wow.
hopefully we'll, because they haven't mastered the outdoor event yet. As soon as you put people together to see music, and trust me, people are starving for music right now. This summer, the inability to get out and go to a jazz festival, a music festival, we all want it so bad, we need it so bad. Next summer, people will really be looking forward to that. We just got to figure out how to stage it safely. That's the task at hand. But music is at a standstill in New York.
Oh man, that's sad.
It is very much so.
Kind of handicapped you can't do nothing.
You know.
Hey
There's
man,
no place.
nobody seen COVID-19 coming, man. It disrupted a lot of people's lives and livelihoods, man. Like, and
Absolutely.
right now, all of us is we got to do what we got to do, man. Like you say, platforms like this, man. I've even seen jazz artists doing backyard concerts, man, over the internet. I seen that
Yeah.
too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But we'll be all right. We're gonna come out on the other side
Yeah.
of it, and everything gonna be just fine.
We will, and I think once things get reestablished, you'll see an affection for live music performances like you haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Right.
People have gotten used to the fact that, oh, I can download music for free, or I can. The internet's here for me, but not being able to get out isn't going to make people want to get out and get into the venues and see live music again.
Wow, that's sad. The time we live in with this coronavirus, man. I mean,
It's tough. It's really tough.
we appreciate you joining us, my brother, Mr. John Willis from the Groovalicious Project. Thanks for joining us under the tree. What you got to say, T Smalls?
Man,
Before you get into that, say a little special prayer, to bless his lung cancer, that it never comes back. We always do that. Say a little prayer for the artist, and hopefully that he has, a healthy remainder of his life, and his career. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, God, I thank you today, man. Thank you for fellowshipping. Please, God, continue to bless Mr. John Willis and his music. Keep him cancer free from lung cancer, any kind of ailment. Just keep him safe. Keep his family safe. And in your name, Jesus, we pray. Amen.
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 I think your prayers are, kind of pre-recorded because you was long-winded, in the past. Did you hit a button down there somewhere?
Yeah, nah, man. I'm just saying what comes from the heart, man. That's it.
Someone have a final question. Do you think you could have played for someone like Bob Marley or MJ? And do you think COVID-19 will bring out a lot of dark music? Oh.
Okay. Definitely could have played for Bob Marley. Definitely for MJ. I would have loved that challenge. Yeah, I understand he had a work ethic that was really serious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He was a perfectionist.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
In terms of COVID bringing out some dark music, I think COVID is not going to bring out dark music as much as some of the other things happening politically right now. COVID is, I think people are going to be happy to get through COVID. And just like tunes like Sundance, I think that's what we have to look forward to coming through. People are going to be happy to get through this and put it behind them.
That's a blessing. But I tell you what, we're going to take it out with Sundance. How about that?
Okay.
Can you see the sun, Mr. Smalls?
Let's dance, my brother. Let's dance.
For about 30 seconds after we get off, Mr. John.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening and watching to Let's Talk Under the Tree. I'm Mr. Palmer T. Smalls. Don't forget to wear your mask. And you were listening to Mr. Groovalicious himself, New York City in the house, Mr. John Willis. On the axe. That's an old school term for guitar. You don't know about that, right, Smalls?
Yeah. That's a new one for me, big dog.
On the axe. Appreciate everything that you do. Lord bless you. And you always have a home under the tree with us out of Jacksonville, Florida. Mr. Palmer, I'm out. T. Smalls, Mr. John Willis. The Groovalicious Project, New York City in the house. Y'all be blessed. Stay safe. Take your COVID test if you haven't took it. I took mine today. I'll find out in 3 days. I'll be negative. Smalls, you took yours?
Hey, man, I'm on the road to it.
Sounds like you didn't want to confirm or deny that. But that's another topic, another show. Y'all have
3 days, my brother. 3 days.
Yeah, I don't believe you, but we'll get back to that. Y'all be safe. Drive safe. Don't get no speeding ticket listening to this lovely music here now. And we'll holler at y'all later on the next go round. Peace.
Take care.